Yes, and it was during this chaotic time that Maria was born.
In the small town of Montevarchi, that Maria was born on May 15, 1825. Her parents were Irenaeus Scrilli, a tailor, and Serafina Kekuchi, a milliner. She was baptized at the Collegiate Church of San Lorenzo on the same day she was born.
You are a Christian now, Maria. We wanted to name you Palmyra, but the priest who baptized you named you Maria instead. Serafina, our little one has been named after the Blessed Mother. Isn't that all for the better?
Hush, Ireneo. We wanted a boy, but look what we got. Another girl. I would have been happy if the baby we're holding now were a boy. Come now, come now. Sisira, give me your hand. Let's head for home. Come. Come, Sisira. We have to get ready for the party. Maria, will you please hurry up? We need those things you are carrying.
Mother, may I go with you to the party?
No, Maria. You stay home and finish cleaning the kitchen. Only Sisira will go with me. Ireneo, Maria wants to go to the party, but she still has work to do. She cannot go with us. Besides, she is still too young to go to parties. Do stay with her. Come, Sisira.
Ciao, Papa.
Ciao.
Ciao, Maria.
Come.
Papa will stay with you, Maria. After cleaning the kitchen, we will go out and play with the other children.
Does Mama love me, Papa? It seems to me it is only Cicera she cares for.
My little one, Mama loves you. When you grow a bit older, Mama will take you to the parties too.
Why am I asked to do all the housework? Cicera does not do anything.
My sweet one, when you grow older, you can go out with Mama and Cecilia.
Venite, amiche.
Andiamo a giocare, amiche.
Non mi piace. Andiamo. Va bene. Cosa facciamo? A giocare! Cascalatera, dupi dupi stella, giro giro tondo, cascal mondo, cascalatera, dupi.
Basta, basta, bambini, it's time to go home.
Grazie, signorina. Ciao.
Ciao.
But there was nothing Maria enjoyed better than going to church, taking the way of the cross, or praying the rosary. Feeling a love for her mother, she found another mother in Virgin Mary, to whom she recited verses and songs.
Maria, cuando se vela, se la gloria es el amore, e hai rapito questo cuore. Notte giorno io penso a te.
In spite of her devotion, Maria kept thinking that she had offended the Blessed Mother and Jesus in many ways. She was bothered that she did not suffer enough to be worthy of their love. Unable to find somebody at home to whom she could pour out her feelings, Maria turned to her teacher.
Maria, dear child, what's wrong? Get up and tell me what's bothering you.
Forgive me, my dear teacher, but I have nobody to talk to. I must tell you that I think I have greatly hurt Jesus by my thoughts and my ways. I have displeased God. I am impatient over the conditions at home. I use improper words. I have caused Jesus a lot of pain.
Dry your tears. Remember that God is forgiving. Now that you are sorry for what you have done, God has forgiven you.
Move away from me, you devil! No! No! I don't want to listen to you! Those thoughts, those words, they shouldn't have a place in my mind! I should keep them away from my heart! They will displease my God! Stay away, you devil! Oh Jesus, stay with me. I am yours.
Maria, my child, what's wrong? Why are you crying? What's bothering you, dear child?
Father, the devil is tempting me. He frightens me. He wants me to know things which I do not wish to know about because I know they are wrong. So I have neglected my duties. I have been scolded by my mother, but the devil keeps coming back, making me more afraid. My heart is torn.
Maria, have no doubt. You belong to Jesus. You belong to Jesus. I assure you.
Maria, how many times do I have to tell you to learn how to clean well? Look at this. Do you call this clean? Look, work is again.
Serafina, that girl never learns. Maria, haven't I taught you how to clean the table? Your mother might think I did not supervise you in doing the work in the house. Here, let me show you again.
Maria, do your work well. We will leave you for now, but we will come back to check on what you have done.
Lord, please help me to carry this burden.
Maria's health began to fail. She felt exhausted and faint. She did not have the energy to work as fast as she used to. She moved slow. When her afflictions became unbearable, she turned to the Blessed Mother.
Oh, Mother, please help me. Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with you. Blessed are you among women.
And she was thankful that her father was able to take her away from home every now and then. He took her to the theater and introduced her to his family and friends. Her teacher, who also wanted to take her away from the hardships of home, introduced her to her family and friends. Being vivacious and pleasant, Maria attracted the people, especially the young men he met.
Venite ragazze, presto!
Venite ragazzi.
Si Sira! Guarda il tuo vestito! E così bene, si Sira?
So bene, venite a lasciare al partito.
Andiamo, miei amici! Sbrigatevi, ragazza Maria!
Ehi, come state amici?
Sto bene, sto bene.
Come? Let's go to the park. Let's go, let's go.
Here goes.
Andiamo,
trouble, hurt me. Hey, it's Maria.
Look, he's just saying to Caruana. He likes you. Go on, talk to him.
Let's see.
Come on, Maria.
Come on. Please, leave me alone.
What's wrong with you, Maria? Do you want to become a nun? If you become a nun, I'll become a friar.
Please, I'd rather be alone.
But why, Maria? I like you.
You have no place in my heart. My heart is for Jesus alone.
As you please then, Maria. I will not bother you anymore.
At the same time, she had to bear the constant ill treatment of her family. Maria found solace in Jesus and the Blessed Mother.
With how much I have to contend against the world that entices me, against the devil that tempts me to pride against myself, at hearing certain things. Deliver me, Lord, from all these.
Tell us, doctor, what could be wrong with Maria? What can we do? Tell us. We will do everything to make her well again.
I have consulted many doctors about Maria's condition. We have given her the medicine that should have cured her of her maladies. We continue to take good care of her. There seems to be nothing else we can do. It's time to give her the Holy Viatico.
No! No, no! She's too young to die. You have not given her all the care that she needs. You have failed us and you have failed Maria. I will look for other doctors who can make her well again.
Wait!
This is all my fault. I did not take care of Maria well enough. Maria, forgive me. I will take care of you until you regain your health.
Hush, Serafina. This is God's will. Maria has been given the grace to die soon. Maria herself told me that she does not care to live.
Maria's condition continued to deteriorate. However, she felt the presence of God and the Blessed Mother in the midst of her sufferings. She saw visions that made her truly happy in spite of her physical sufferings.
My God, you reward me for what I suffer for you. With the awareness of you, you make all bitterness sweet and every burden light. Oh, my spouse, how you encourage me to suffer. It is a true joy for me to offer you my sufferings.
On the day before the vision of the Assumption of Our Lady, Maria's condition began to improve. She remained gravely ill, but her life was no longer feared for. She still stayed in bed, unable to get up. Her sister, Sira, stayed by her side to read to her, and her mother asked her to ask God to make her well.
But Maria seemed to be content in her sufferings, until one day when a cousin visited her.
Mother, Maria, Cousin Mark is here.
Hey, Sophia. Sira. I have good news for you, Maria. I just came from Florence, where there was a great celebration of the Church of the Scolopians. One of the honored saints, Saint Florence. He was born to San Martin. likely to obtain favors. Here, let me put this picture. Let us pray that Saint Francis. Right, right.
Upon hearing this, Maria seemed to have gathered some strength.
Cicera? Yes, Maria? I feel better now. Help me up, please. Are you sure? You're strong enough? Yes, I do. I feel well.
Maria? My child, you look well. Thank God. Let me bring this good news to everybody.
Maria, I'm so happy that you are finally well.
Let me take her first. Maria is well indeed.
Thank God.
Maria, you must get out and enjoy life. You must go to parties with your sister.
Oh, Father, I am not going to go out, much less go to parties.
In time, my dear child. In time. However, for now, you have to go to my friend's family. Your auntie has all of a sudden taken ill, and it will be good for you to step out of the shadows of illness. You will live with them for a while.
So, Maria moved in with her father's friend and his family.
Yes, and the family turned out to be a very devout one. They went to church every day, and Maria went with them. The family loved Maria very much and showered her with much attention. In this family, she experienced the peace she had longed for. And in this family, she experienced the birth of a vocation.
Maria, you're such a good girl. You spend hours in the church, and here at home, you spend hours in your praying. Do you intend to become a nun? I have not given that a thought. I do remember that when I was a child, my good lady to whom I go to when I had problems brought me to a convent. I was so attracted, I did not want to leave the place. I guess that was just a childish enthusiasm. Right now, I really do not know what speed of life to take.
Maria went to church every day, frequented the sacraments, and devoted herself to long prayers. She felt irresistibly drawn to the Blessed Mother, who she had communication with the Lord.
It was there then that Maria decided to embrace the religious state. Upon her return to her family, everybody had become aware of her vocation. Her father was particularly devastated and did everything to dissuade her from becoming a nun.
Maria, look here, my daughter. Look at these beautiful dresses I bought for you. You stop wearing those brown clothes. Brown is for old people. You should wear red or green or yellow. Dress up. Curl your hair.
Father, I don't need all those dresses. I am content with what I have.
No, Maria. I want my child to look good. People might think I'm neglecting you. And by the way, I want you to attend parties. No solitary walks for you anymore. You should spend time with people your age. Go to parties and enjoy yourself.
Oh, Father, let's not argue. Allow me to take leave for now.
Good morning, Reneo. That's kind of a good-looking girl you have there.
Yes, I am proud of her. But there is something that has totally disappointed me in her.
What could it be?
She wanted to enter the convent. If she perseveres in such a vocation, I'll go mad. And it will be her fault if I do something out of order.
Her father's words were reported to Maria as everybody tried to dissuade her from her vocation. Maria was just torn between love for the Lord and filial love for her father.
Oh, Jesus, why is it not given me to impress my Father's heart? Duty toward God rather than filial love. Must I partly withdraw from you, Lord, for love of Him? Let me die before I cease to follow you, wherever you wish. If I had more, I'd give more for you. And for you, I wish to renounce all the glory of the world. I will always be yours, and you will always be mine. Oh my God, my love, how sweet you are, how delightful you are to me. How more do I prefer you?
After her illness, Maria felt so loved by her family and friends. However, there was one sentiment that they all shared. They did not want Maria to become a nun. They did not want to lose her.
To appease her family and friends, Maria took time off from prayer. She complied with some of her father's wishes. She refrained from visiting her spiritual friends. She appeared cheerful and contented. So when her sister, Cecilia, who had gotten married and had been living in Florence, asked to have Maria visit her for a while, her father readily agreed, hoping that in this way, Maria would be distracted from her vocation.
Andiamo, miei amici.
Andiamo!
Ciao!
Andiamo, Maria. You're so pretty, Maria. That dress looks so nice on you.
Guardali! Maria e Cecilia!
Stupendo, Maria.
Se vede che sei felice.
May I escort this beautiful young lady?
Maria. Ciao.
Serafina, here's a letter from Cecilia.
Read it right away, Reneto. Maybe it brings good news about Maria.
I certainly hope that she has forgotten that crazy idea of entering the cloister. Dear Father,
I send you and Mother my respects, and I pray that you're in a good receive this letter. I would like to inform you that I My friends have helped me carry out this task, but their efforts have gone to waste. Maria continues to pursue her dream of wearing the nun's habit. She asked the maid to secretly bring her to the church of Saint Mary Magdalene. I do not know what else to do, Father. With my best wishes to you and Mother, I remain your loving and faithful daughter, Cecilia.
I will never permit Maria to become religious. She will never enter the cloister. Serafina, you have to go right now and fetch her. But don't tell her my sentiments. Instead, tell her that I will allow her to practice a devout life here at home. I will provide a chapel, anything she wishes.
Don't worry, Ireneo. I will go right away.
Maria returned home, but her father remained steadfast in his decision not to grant Maria's desire to enter the convent. Maria was filled with dismay, but she did not know how to suggest to her father to abandon his purpose. Maria could think of no other way than to recommend herself to the Lord. She prolonged her meditations.
She practiced bodily penances. She continued her fasting. She slept on straw mattress in the winter. She did not take advantage of fire to keep her warm. She walked on cold floor without shoes. So great was her desire for suffering that at one time she took a piece of iron. And after heating it, traced in her flesh 40 lambs. Which form loving words for Jesus. The intensity of the pain once more brought Maria to the sick bed.
I cannot allow Maria to enter the cloister. I want her to stay with me, to be always at my side. But she's getting more and more faint each day. And I'm afraid that she might die if I impose my will on her.
How can I tell Father that I still want to be religious? I plan to present myself to the monastery of St. Mary Magdalene de Paggi. But before I could do this, I must first obtain my father's consent. I only learned from other people that he will never give me his consent. O Our Lady of Sorrows, do give me the resolve to go to my father and tell him that I am obliged to answer that call and that he should resign himself to my decision. Father?
Maria, what do you want? Do you wish to go to the theater? Or to the plaza with your friends, perhaps? Or do you need a new dress?
No, Father. I do not want all those worldly pleasures. Father, I must tell you this. I want to be religious. My heart desires it most. Please, Father, I will be happy and at peace if you allow me.
Do then as you please, my child.
Maria was allowed by her father to go to Florence upon the invitation of her sister. Maria was very happy because she saw this as an opportunity to ask the Scalopi fathers to recommend her to the sisters of Saint Mary Magdalene. Father Pauli, a Scalopi father, and Cecira brought Maria to the monastery where she was warmly accepted by the sisters.
Sia lodado, Jesu Cristo Madre.
Welcome, Maria.
We will leave Maria to your care, Mother Priores.
We will take good care of Maria, Father.
We will bid you goodbye then.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Good luck.
This cloister is most blessed. It is my shelter from all the vain things of the world, a refuge of love for embracing my most beloved, ever more intimately. But what is this that I feel? I seem to hear a voice that tells me that I shouldn't be here. Oh my God, why do I have no peace? If that's your pleasure, let it be. Even if it were to last all my life. But give me strength to resist. Let me know that you want me to be here. From that certitude, I will draw my strength. Oh, my spouse, I came here to follow your divine will. For this, I abandoned my father, my mother, and everything that I had. But everything is nothing when left for you. I implore you to give me peace.
Maria. What's wrong?
Mother Prioress, I have no peace of mind. I feel that I shouldn't be here.
My child, the Lord certainly wants you to be here. When you came, you were accepted on the spot. You have gained the constant and unanimous approval of the community. This has not happened before, and we take it as an indication that this is what heaven desires for you. I will send Father Pauli so you can also talk to him.
Oh, my spouse, must I leave this place? Must my leaving this place offend you? Or is it what you want of me? Do you have other plans for me?
Maria, my child, what's bothering you?
Father, everything here pleases me. The observance, obedience, mortification, and any other element of religious life is not a burden to me. I want to remain within these sacred walls, truly, but I have no peace of mind. Is he testing my fidelity, or does he have other plans for me?
Maria, time and prayer will provide counsel. Why don't you try to spend 6 months here? I will come and visit you often. But for now, I must take leave.
More troubled than usual, Maria sought the counsel of an elderly nun in the cloister.
Mother, for pity's sake, tell me what you believe God wants of me. Is he testing my fidelity, or is he what he wants of me?
My daughter, I would like to have you here, but you will go out there. God has stored for you suffering. Suffering. Great suffering. He wants of you much. Very much. He will offer to your spirit a cup of extraordinary bitterness. Oh, my daughter, go forth for a great suffering. Maria, I will go to the chapel and I will pray for you, my child.
Mother is coming to take you back to Montevarchi. Please tell Mother that I would like her to take me to the Teresian nuns before going home. As you wish. I would like to be ordained as a member of the Third Order.
Maria, wouldn't you like to enter the cloister and be Teresian nun instead of being clothed in the Third Order?
Father, I came from the monastery of St. Mary Magdalene de Paggi, and I was so troubled within the cloistered walls. So I deemed it best to leave and seek what it is that God really wants me to do.
Very well then, my child. You shall be clothed in the Third Order, and you shall be called Maria Teresa of Jesus.
From Florence, Maria went back to Montevarchi, where she stayed at home with her family.
Maria continued to find joy in prayers as she spent long hours on her knees. She continued her mortifications and offered all her sufferings to God. Her work and mortifications took a heavy toll on her and made her continually sick. She found some happiness in the girls who are entrusted to her care.
And the idea of an institute was born.
Buongiorno, bambini.
Buongiorno, signorina.
Today we're going to learn a song. Cara, bambino. Clara?
Oh, Maria, cuánto si bella, sei la gioia, e sei l'amore, che hai rapito questo cuore, grande donna, you penso a te.
Brava, Clara, brava. Everyone, stand up and let's sing the song. Brave, bambini, brave.
Maria,
Father is arriving with some guests. Please find another place where you can be with your children. I'm sorry, Mother, for the trouble of me and my girls are causing. But we will find accommodations. Yes, our Blessed Mother has assured me that in 2 years we will have accommodations. Let's go, children. Let's go. Yeah.
She asked the bishop for help, but he told her that he could not lay his hands on matters like what Maria is concerned about. She approached a lady who had a house that was not being used.
Dad, I've heard you have a house that is not being used. Would you mind lending it to us?
For what purpose would you put it to use?
I would like to open a school for girls.
A school for girls? What good would that be? No, 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 no. I will not allow you to use my property for a ridiculous idea like that.
That was the start of Maria's struggle. It was a time when anti-clericalism was spreading in Europe. Originating from France, anti-clerical ideas and methods were adopted in varying ways in other European countries. In Italy, anti-clericalism was fused by nationalism and liberalism. Pope Pius IX, defending his position as a temporal leader of the papal states, opposed Italian unity. But legislators were able to put through a series of anti-clerical laws, abolishing the civil jurisdiction and canonical courts, and suppressing many monasteries. Even after the unification of Italy, the struggles between clericals and anti-clericals continued.
Tini?
Buona giornata, Maria. Please have a seat.
Senor, I've heard that you are now the new superintendent of the Scala Normale, housed in the monastery of Augustinian nuns. Would you be kind enough to tell me who owns it? Is it the municipality or the government?
Maria, that belongs to the Bortoli Foundation. You know, for some time now, I have been thinking of you as a possible director for the Scuole Normali. The school needs reforms and new personnel because the teachers have become useless and unfit for their position. If you are willing to take the position, I will propose it. However, let me remind you, Maria, that the Scuole Normali was meant to be a secular school. The purpose of the foundation is to provide public instruction for the girls, support up youth for their studies, and partly, to subsidize the poor. The nuns are acceptable as teachers as long as they are not recognized as a religious body, but as individuals.
I'll think about your offer, Senor.
Very well, Maria. Let me know your decision. Arrivederci.
As directress of Scouting Normali, I shall have accommodation for the education of the girls entrusted in me. But the thought of having only secular teachers? That is a hindrance to my design, which is to form an institute of oblates. Focuses on instructing young women in civil, Christian morality, and in feminine skills. But this could be a good foothold for me. Let me start with the mustard seed. Lord, help me, guide me, show me the way so that I can realize what my goal really is.
After making up her mind, Maria went to Senor Antonio Corsi, the Gonfaloniere, or the highest official in town.
Good day, Senor Corsi.
Good day, Maria. Have a seat.
Senor, tell you that Senor Martini wants me to become their... Furthermore, I want to tell you that I am accepted for it. I will need teachers, but you do not have to pay their salaries. I just need the free use of the building.
That sounds fair enough to me.
Maria's proposal was acceptable to Senor Corsi. The Bortoli Foundation had a deficit, and it could save a lot of money if the teachers that Maria would bring with her were not paid. However, when Senora Martini found out about Maria's condition of non-payment for teachers, he suspected that Maria had other intentions. He tried to obstruct Maria's appointment, but his objections came too late.
So Maria assumed the position as directress of Scuole Normali. However, her path was strewn with thorns. First, the superintendent tried every means to make life difficult for Maria. Second, her companion, Selene, fell sick and died. She felt alone in pursuing her goal. Third, he had conflicts with a secular teacher who insisted on her own ways, contrary to the previous agreements. And finally, Maria and her companions were discharged and expelled from the building at a time that their work seemed to be succeeding.
Lord, you give us a difficult terrain which prevents us from strengthening our foundation. These hardships make our building totter and fall. But I trust in you, Lord, that you will help us rebuild and regain greater strength. May this happen with the greater glory of your name.
Our students grow in number day by day. We need more teachers.
Today is the feast day of the finding of the cross, and we are here in the pious establishment for a bigger accommodation. I have written the municipality about this matter of ours, and I assured them everything. And so, they gave us permission. But now, we have one more bigger problem.
What may that be, Maria?
It seems that certain gentlemen of Senor Martini is suspecting that our school is a convent school. They cannot dictate our way of teaching by this. Authorities have come to our place and they actually praised our school. Now, they are making new regulations. One of them is to prevent teachers from desecularizing their way of life. Let us pray for God's guidance.
There were people who saw nothing in what she was doing.
But there were also those who gave her encouragement and support.
Her children seem to be under the guidance of the Institute.
Yes, to prolong the stay of the Institute, we should give them our support. Our children like the secular teachers better.
Well, I heard that the government is giving the institute a difficult time.
We have no income. Few teachers, but many students. New regulations. Objections from the municipality about secularization. And countless more.
Maria, has it occurred to you to join Sister Labini, founders of the Stigmatines? A house of Stigmatines will be opening in Montevarchi. Let me help you with that.
Maria tried to work for the amalgamation of the Institute to the Stigmatines, but it was not meant to be, and Maria abandoned the idea. It was not the will of God.
I am your friend, Maria. I will ask my husband to arrange a meeting with a grande for you.
Maria told the Grand Duke about her school, that they will call it the Pious Establishment. It is located in Augustinian Monastery, and more parents are entrusting their daughters to them. The Duke said that he saw no reason why he would not allow her to put up a school. He even said that when the time comes when they have the necessary personnel, it was their wish to extend the Institute of Lateran. And most important, the Duke authorized them to wear the religious habit.
Maria then went to the bishop, who also allowed her to wear the sacred habit. Upon her return to Montevarchi, Maria accepted more girls who wanted to join the Institute. They took the title, the Poor Handmaids of the Heart of Mary, Discalced Carmelites. The first clothing occurred in October 1854. There were 4, including Maria. They took the title, the Poor Handmaids of the Heart of Mary, Discalced Carmelites.
His Highness the Grand Duke wants us to prepare a few subjects in the town of Laterina.
I would be interested in going to Latarina. But we have to think of what subject to offer. We might have a problem in finding a suitable place in Latarina. A good friend of mine has told me to expect the worst treatment, as they are opposed to having nuns. But we will bring the institute to Latarina.
We thought that the lay teachers would handle the classes in Latarina. These are nuns. We do not want nuns here. We have no place for them. Huh. We will give them a difficult time. So that soon they will go away.
Indeed, in order to offend us, they forgot all about propriety and duty. They gave us intolerable inconveniences, such as leaving corpses and sick people around the building, making the building as passageway, and prohibiting us from walking in the garden. We went from trial to trial, but we will still give the good education that we give to our girls.
We, in Friano, have heard of the good quality of education that the Institute provides. We request the Institute to send some of its teachers to us.
We will send teachers in Friano.
The Institute sent us nuns. We thought they were sending secular women, and that the directress we have been corresponding with was a secular.
These ladies are not nuns. They are secular teachers. They just like wearing the habit. They can get out of the habit as they wish and wear ordinary clothes.
I know that you're trying to protect us by saying that we are secular teachers and we can get out of our habit whenever we like. But we are nuns, and we will continue to wear our habit. Even the Grand Duke himself has told me that we can wear them whenever we like.
Maria and the Institute seemed to be enjoying the confidence of a growing number of people. But it was not to last long. She was asked to report the Minister of Public Information.
There is a regulation that affects the institute. As Minister of Public Instruction, I command you to submit the institute for confirmation every 3 years. Your refusal will be suppression of the institute.
I can never do that. I consider it as an insult to religion. Nuns as subject of lay order and voted on? Rather than submitting to your demands, I would choose suppression.
After her talk with the Minister of Public Instruction, Maria went to see His Highness Leopold II, the Bishop, and the Father Provincial, who all assured her of their support. And so, the Institute made great strides of progress. The number of girls who enrolled increased, and so the number of girls who wanted to become nuns. However, her enemies were relentless.
Why should the religious be entrusted with the education of our children? The secular teachers were doing well enough. But where are they now? They were replaced by these so-called nuns. We must watch them carefully, lest they poison the mind of our children. They can do great harm. We must think of ways to have the institute suppressed.
Indeed, Maria was besieged with problems. Her health continued to be poor. Her spirit was troubled with all kinds of worries. She felt alone. There seemed to be no one to guide her and take over the oars of the Institute.
Lord, do not abandon me. Do not abandon your work. I undertook this
out of love for you. But I trust in you, Lord, that you will give me the light and courage to continue to pursue this work that you have given me.
But a bit of good news cheered her up.
The rules of your congregation have been presented to the divinatory and your congregation have been approved. However, the rules have to be revised. After a few small but necessary corrections shall have been made, they shall be returned to the divinatory for the seal of approval.
Thank God, that's a blessing.
However, not long after, another problem presented itself.
Your request for premises sufficient for the sisters and for the girls' schools, which would be separated from each other and inaccessible to the outsiders, and the terminal confirmation has been rejected.
This is outrageous. I oppose this decision. This is not suitable for the Institute. What should I do? I should free myself from the municipality, abandon the public establishment, and just rent a house to build our own school.
In the meantime, the rules of the congregation awaited approval. Time passed. The Carmelite fathers left for Rome, so the seal of approval remained hanging in the air. Years after, the government changed. The reign of Leopold II ended, and the rumors about the suppression of the Institute was widespread.
Isn't it news, my friends? The Institute will be suppressed.
Is that right? Where did you hear it?
Did you hear the news? That the Institute will be suppressed?
Everybody's talking about it.
Let's pray that there's no truth to it.
Suppress the Institute! Suppress the Institute! Sister Maria has to find a new place elsewhere, because the troops will be billeted in the convent for a few days.
How can we abandon this place? For the troops? We were allowed to stay here. In exchange, we work as teachers. This is an injustice.
But the troops did come.
However, after a few nights, the troops did leave.
But there was another calamity. The sisters were awakened to shouts of fire. They were so terrified.
They are doing this to terrify us. If they think they can terrify us this way, they are mistaken. We will continue to give the good education for the girls.
On August 23, 1859, a decree was formulated and implemented. It required all government institutes to send the rules. The sisters sent the rules, then waited for a long time in the dark. On November 30, 1859, Maria received the decree. It required all the sisters to remove their sacred habits and abandon the building within a fortnight. The nuns in Fogliano met the same fate. The same decree was delivered to them. The Institute has been suppressed.
Oh my Lord, what worry, what trouble, what agitation, what a hard trial. You know how much I suffer, but I still trust in you, Lord. You will help me complete this task that you have given me.
Maria and the sisters left the building where they started the institute. and went to their homes. Many stayed with Maria's house. While the government was successful in closing down the institute in Montevarchi, the sisters in Viano were able to fight for the institute through the support of the townspeople.
Why do you put me in a situation so trying? I know that I neither have the power, the knowledge, or the talent. I could only gain much by myself as a martyr, submitting myself to the will of God.
Maria waited hopefully for the approval of the rules of the Institute. In spite of her sufferings, they continued to fight for Institute. She continued to suffer. In the history of the Church, whose entire lives were consumed by problems, sufferings, and illness, they are those who can be said that truly shared the suffering of Christ. And Maria Scrilli belongs to this rank, the lovers of the cross. She joined her Creator on November 14, 1889, without realizing her life's goal to see the Institute accepted and growing.
Upon the death of Maria Scrilli, Maria Mosca, a young nun who was raised in a Carmelite tradition, took over the leadership, and under her, the institute blossomed.
Pope John Paul II conferred on Sister Maria Teresa Scrilli the title of Venerable on December 20, 2003. On October 8, 2006, Pope Benedict XVI allowed her beatification. The legacy of Maria Teresa Scrilli is alive today in the communities of the
Carmelite Sisters, Institute of Our Lady of Carmel, and
Italy,
Canada,
United States of America,
Poland,
Spain,
Czech Republic,
India,
Israel,
Brazil,
Indonesia,
and the Philippines.